Today's topic of discussion is feminized society. So in today's society, right, we're living in a hyper-feminized society, meaning that majority of people in today's society have become indoctrinated with feminist ideologies. There's a lack of masculinity, and masculinity has been dying from generation to generation. So we're going to be discussing some key points in terms of how today's society has become feminized. So first point is looks. So the beta males, they're going to be prioritizing trying to look pretty on the outside rather than purpose and mission. So you'll see it time and time again. These beta males are running to the barbershop. They're trying to get all their hairlines done. They're trying to make sure that if it's a millimeter off, that these guys here, they're going to need to reshape their whole hair structure and get their makeup on point. These guys here are prime examples of guys who have been indoctrinated with feminist ideologies. Guys who are not prioritizing purpose and mission and not actually going out there and working and grinding all day. These guys here are feminine boys. So the feminine boys are going to be literally stood in front of the mirror, trying to look pretty, making sure that their hair is on point, and then their beard down to the millimeter is on point. That's even if they've got a beard. Some of them ain't even got beards. And the ones who are like shaving their beard off, trying to get their hair gelled up, and then they're going to go out and about and then try and look pretty for a woman. And then they're wondering why women are getting turned off. You know, a woman needs to see that this guy is grinding. This guy here is pushing forward. He's locked in on his purpose. And then it's her job to try and get his attention. Well, guys are not doing this. What guys are doing is they're thinking, if they get a nice outfit on, or if they get their hair gelled up, or they try and look pretty, put a bit of makeup on, then women are going to be flocking to them. That's not how it works. Men and women don't think the same. So when a guy looks at a woman, initially he's attracted to based off of what she looks like on the outside. And then the guy thinks that, that's how a woman views the guy. That's not how it works. Women look at everything. So they look at a man from the inside out. So his personality, his confidence, development of character, how he conducts himself, masculine frame, how his respect is, so respect, integrity, how he conducts himself around other people. All these different things. That's what a woman falls in love with. She's not judging him based off of what he looks like from the outside only. So these guys here, right, who have become feminized, they think that a man and a woman are going to think the same in terms of attraction. Attraction don't work like that. Because these guys here are so beta. They're thinking that when a woman's saying, I'm attracted to a guy who's got a haircut, who looks, like he's got a nice outfit on, and, he's pretty, this and that. And then these beta males are like, this is what a woman's saying. This is what a woman likes. That's not how it works. Women don't know what they like. They don't understand it. This is what I'm trying to explain to guys. Guys think that, men and women are thinking and viewing things the same. It doesn't work like that. God hasn't created men and women to think the same and to behave the same. Men see the world based off of logic and reasoning. Women see the world in the land of emotions. Okay, the two different worlds. It's like two different sets of species. Even though, we got human being, which is one species, but it's as though they're on completely different sides of the world. That's how men and women have been created. They view things completely differently. So this is what's happening. This is why you're seeing right now on the internet, all these guys, they're all focused on looks maxing. Oh, you need to get a certain outfit on, or you need to make your hair look presentable, or you need to do this and that. And, you need to show on your social media profile that you're somebody who's got all these experiences, you got all these holidays, you got all these materialistic possessions. The system's pushing that to get these guys to fall for this trap. Because that's what it is, it's one big trap. So when I'm pushing my content out there, guys are not understanding this information. They're seeing this information as wrong information. They're thinking that, oh yeah, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Which is fine, it's perfect. Because the beta males can continue getting poor results. And then they can hate on the guys who are actually doing well in life. Guys who are actually getting results. So looks, you know what the saying is, looks get you through the door. So when it comes to women, right, it's only one factor. So looks based off of what you look like on the outside is one factor. But let me tell you something. A guy who's developed his character, he's got a good personality, he's got confidence, he's got masculine frame. He's somebody who is an honorable person, who's a God-fearing person. He's got good energy. All of those things. He's got a good sense of humor. As soon as he has an interaction with a woman, has a conversation with a woman, the woman starts to fall in love with him. Do you understand? Because women live in the land of emotions. That's how a woman feels. But these beta males, they're not going to understand this. They think that if they just look pretty on the outside, they don't need to worry about any of the other stuff. They don't need to worry about masculine frame. They don't need to worry about becoming the best version of themselves. They don't need to worry about working on their purpose. They don't need to worry about any of those things. And they think, oh yeah, if I just look pretty on the outside, woman's going to love me. These guys are living in complete delusion. If you look at back in the old days, ancestor days, caveman days, all those generations, they all prioritize getting food, going out there and providing for your family, becoming the best version of yourself, literally hunting for food. But right now we're living in a world which is full of comfort. Guys are literally at home ordering food, and then they're not actually working on their purpose, and then they're thinking that, oh yeah, a woman's still going to love me. If a woman's not seeing you put in work and ethic, put in work and put in effort, do you think she's not going to get turned off by that? This is why somebody, right, who's, let's say, working from home, I don't advocate for that guy to be working from home if he's in a relationship. He should actually be out and about, work from another place, work outside, go to a flipping library or go to wherever. If you're constantly with the woman, you spend an excess amount of time with her, that's going to lead to a breakdown in the relationship. Because that's how women are biologically programmed. They've been programmed for the guy to be spending time out and about, working, grinding, meeting other people and so on. Even if the guy's making, let's say, X amount of money, he's doing really well for himself, he's making money from, let's say, home, a woman will still get turned off. Now, you guys may be thinking, oh yeah, man, that's a bit extreme, innit? Like this. So you're saying that I can't work from home. I'm not trying to say, oh yeah, you can't work from home at all. I'm just saying that if you're spending a lot of time with a woman at home, and then let's say she's somebody who's at home a lot of the times as well, you two are going to both get into more arguments. 1,000,000%. So then that's what it is. It goes back to it. As long as you're actually out and about, prioritizing your purpose, come home, spend a couple hours, 1 to 2 hours or whatever. And then that time there is quality time. So you're spending that quality time with your partner. But guys think that, oh yeah, if they spend more time based off of looking pretty and that, and they're not prioritizing purpose and mission, they think that they can get better results. They're in for a rude awakening. So next point is internet. Internet's a funny place. So when I jumped on the internet, started violating these beta males, sending direct shots at these beta males, because that's what I do. I don't indirect stuff, straight direct violate beta males, because these guys here ain't got no life. They comment on all my videos every day. They get all upset with my content. They're emotionally weak, emotionally fragile. They're boys. They don't do nothing in person. Any interactions I have with real men, real recognize real. Real guys love my content. They're like, oh, Omar, keep pushing your content out there. Loving it. Yeah, F these guys. That's what it is. That's what I get from real men. Real men see my content. They're like, wow, this content's good, you know. It's not like other beta males. So these guys who are going back and forth on the internet, commenting on all my stuff. And it's like weeks at a time as well. It's like, it's hit a new level now in today's society, where guys are literally talking rubbish 24/7. 24/7 you're talking rubbish on the internet. You're commenting every single day, every single second. So when I leave, let's say, I respond to the beta males here. They reply within seconds. Straight away notification. Oh, let me quickly reply. Straight feminine, weak behavior. Ain't got no ounce of masculinity within them. These are the same guys who are all wanked out. And wanked out, mate. Flipping jerked off all day. And then they're depleted of their energy. And then they're getting reactive. They start replying to me. You know, guys who are spending excess amount of time on the internet, this is what it does to you. It F's you up. It makes your brain into mush. You know, if you're not actually having real life communication with people, real life relationships, going out and about and actually meeting people, learning, gaining experiences, this is what the internet is going to do to you. You're going to get these fragile boys who talk rubbish on the internet. You know, that's why women don't respect none of these guys. So I'm seeing like the real life results of how social media is playing out. So I've got my content creation. I've been posting for like months and months here. And then that haircut video went viral. And then since then, I've got beta males after beta males talking rubbish in my comments. Like every day, non-stop. Because these guys here, their life is the internet. They ain't got no other life. They ain't got no other purpose. It's literally just comment all day. Just comment, talk rubbish. And then you've got the women who are literally on the sidelines. It's like flipping 99% of guys in my comments are beta males. 99%, literally. I don't even get women talking rubbish in my comments. It's all betas. You know, and these are the same guys who are getting upset with my content. And I'm not even sending shots certain times at the flipping men. I'm sending shots at the women. And then these are the guys who are getting upset. So it just shows you these guys are feminine, weak boys. They've become feminized. They ain't got no masculinity within them. They ain't been taught by older generations to prioritize mission and purpose. You know, that's why their family members are annoyed with them as well. They're like, these guys are not doing anything in their life. Flipping bums, smoke, you know, weed all day. Flipping, wear their tracksuits, talk rubbish all day. And then these are the same guys who are literally getting mugged off by women. Women are literally rinsing them. And the guys who are not even getting rinsed, they're not getting any attention. So then when they see guys like me who come on the internet now, they just start talking rubbish. They can't stand the truth. They can't stand when their fragile feelings get hurt. So that's the society we're living in right now. We're living in a society where a bunch of guys have got fragile feelings. They're not thinking with their brain. They're not thinking logically. They're not thinking objectively. Guys nowadays are not even thinking objectively. They're literally being led by their emotions day in, day out. And then when a woman sees that, she feels unsafe because this guy's caught up in his feelings. Because a woman's emotional, and if the man's emotional, the woman's going to feel unsafe in that relationship. She's going to see that this guy here is not mentally stable. There's something wrong with this guy. That's what it is. These guys are here, they're not even clocking on. That's why women are slapping them up with divorces. Rinsing them dry and just slap them with a divorce. That's it, go. Because these guys are emotionally weak, emotionally fragile. So when I push my content out there, I deliberately send shots at these fake beta males. Because that's what they are, they're fake. They put on that front on the internet and they think that women can't see through that. Women can see right through these fake guys. And it's funny as well, it's like the same guys, right, who are talking rubbish on my comments. These are the same guys who are posting all these highlights on their profiles of all these holidays that they're going on and all these experiences. It's funny how that is, isn't it? How these are the same guys in my comments talking rubbish. It's because they're living that fake lifestyle. Because that's what the internet is. Internet's a bunch of pretenders. There's only like 1% of guys who are actually being real, who are actually being authentic on the internet. The rest of the 99% of guys are just talking rubbish, fake guys, stunting with all this materialism. Half of it ain't even theirs. Stunting with rentals, stunting with flipping rented jewelry, stunting with escort type girls, low quality type girls, you name it. Now there's no authenticity left nowadays in society as well, especially with the internet. Internet's just full of fake people. So next point is pain. The beta males, they run away from pain. They ain't been through enough hardships in life. They ain't been through enough suffering. Certain guys, right, they DM me. They're like, oh Omar, like, you're getting bare hate and that. I don't know how you're able to deal with it. It's like, the beta males don't have no effect on me. This is the way it is. These guys here are literally internet keyboard warriors. I don't see them in person. Because you know what happens in person? Some of them, right, have even seen me in person. They know what I'm about. Straight, direct, altercation. So that's why they keep quiet. So certain guys, right, they talk rubbish on the internet, but when they see me in person, they don't say nothing. Because they know what's going to happen to them. So that's why it gives them their chance to just talk rubbish on the internet. It's because they're hiding behind that screen, isn't it? Now, they ain't been through enough pain. They ain't been through enough hardships. They ain't been through enough suffering. They ain't learned the lessons that come with that. The more pain and suffering you go through, the more reflection that you have on that, the better individual you'll become. You'll become a stronger version of yourself. These guys, they run away from that though. Because that's what's happening with guys in today's society. Guys have been raised in too much comfort. So when they've been raised in comfort, they hate pain. They don't embrace pain. They don't like it. They don't like it one bit. A lot of these guys, for example, let's say guys who run to the gym, they're doing all this bench pressing away. A lot of those guys are running away from their internal problems. They're not facing their internal problems. They got insecurities that they're not facing. They got weaknesses that they're not facing. Some of them, their communication skills suck. Completely unknown. People don't even recognize them. They don't even acknowledge them. But certain guys, they twist my content and they think that, oh yeah, this guy here is trying to have a go at these guys now. Guys who are going to the gym. I'm not saying that. Myself, I'm active in my life. And I'm somebody who promotes a healthy way of living. Do you understand? That right there is really important. But guys who are running to the gym for the wrong reasons, to try and look pretty on the outside, but are not facing their internal problems, that's a key problem then. That's an issue that they're not facing. So guys, right, who are not embracing pain, these guys, they are not men. God has created men to be able to deal with pain. There's a verse in the Quran which talks about it as well. They say that God doesn't give us a burden that we cannot overcome. So, final point is accountability. Accountability is missing in today's society. With all this feminized, weak boys, they're not holding themselves accountable for their own actions. Guys who have all the time in the world to talk rubbish on the internet, these guys here are not holding themselves accountable. They're saying, oh yeah, X, Y, Z. They're trying to stunt on the internet, trying to flex, stunning in certain times cars that are not even theirs, rentals. There's other cars that are on flipping finance. They've got cars on finance and they're stunting with them. It's just pathetic. No accountability whatsoever for taking into account that these guys, they are not men. They're not holding themselves accountable to be able to become the best version of themselves. A woman's naturally not going to be taking accountability because she's led by her emotions. But you as a man, you need to hold yourself accountable in all areas of life. So whatever results you're getting in certain areas, if you're getting poor results in certain areas, you need to hold yourself accountable and learn from the lessons, because life gives you lessons. But it's up to you whether or not you want to take those lessons. Because a lot of guys, right, they coast through life. Life is giving them all these lessons, slapping them with all these lessons, and they're just walking past it. They're not even acknowledging it. They're not taking the time to actually sit back, take a step back, and actually see those lessons. So if a guy's not taking accountability for himself in all those areas, do you think a woman's going to feel safe in that relationship? The answer is no. A guy needs to take accountability, be a leader in his relationship. So then the woman sees that and sees strength. Because that's what I was saying from previous videos. Women fall in love with internal strength, internal character, personality, confidence. That's what a woman falls in love with. You can't get a woman's heart without that. So just to wrap up, looks. Guys nowadays are prioritizing looks maxing, trying to look pretty on that. Hyper feminine boys over purpose and mission, over actually becoming the best version of themselves and grinding and going out there and actually being providers. These are the same feminine boys who get women to pay for their stuff. They don't have no shame whatsoever. They want to do that 50-50 type stuff. Straight feminine boys don't have they have no ounce of masculinity within them. Don't feel no shame. I've never borrowed a penny from a woman. Never. From guys and girls. I don't ask for loans. I ain't never asked for no handouts. Certain times I've been down and out, flipping, ain't got no money. I worked, grinded, put in more time, overtime, working 60 hours plus a week. Get that finance together, get whatever's needed. But these guys here, right, these feminine boys, they just want to stand in the mirror all day, try and look pretty and that. When you tell them, oh yeah, go out there and work 60 hours, they're like, nah, I don't want to do that. That's too difficult, that's too hard. I need some more comfort. You know, they want to talk rubbish on the internet. That's easy, isn't it? You know, so that's what the next point after that was, internet. That's easy, talking rubbish on the internet all day long. It takes real graft to actually go out there and work your hours in the week, work your 60 plus hours in the week, and come back and literally grind it out. You know, so that's what the internet is. The internet's full of a bunch of fake guys in today's society. So when they see real content, it hurts their fragile feelings. Their fragile egos get hurt. They don't like it. They get irritated. They get upset. They get anxiety. Because they haven't worked on themselves. They haven't worked on their internal strength. And that's what God wants you to do. But these guys, they are not doing that. Next point after that was pain. So I've saved the best bit for last, isn't it? So if you guys are watching this up till now, I'm going to write an equation for you guys. A equation for how to do well in life. So there's a guy, right, who's the greatest, or like, I think, yeah, he's literally the greatest hedge fund manager out there. His name is Ray Dalio. So his equation for life, one of them is pain plus reflection equals progress. Pain plus reflection equals progress. And if you switch them around as well, that's a universal equation. Pain plus reflection equals progress. A lot of guys, right, that's why they're avoiding pain. You know, this is why they're not making progress in life. So you need to get your pain, you need to get your reflection, so the lessons you learn from that, and that equals progress. So that comes down to all areas of life. So let's say you're trying to become the best version of yourself in all areas of life. So mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You need to go through pain, and then you need to reflect in order to make progress. That right there is a winning formula in life. You know. So final point after that was accountability. Accountability is what's missing in today's society. Guys are not holding themselves accountable. They're not holding themselves accountable for prioritizing their They're not holding themselves accountable for prioritizing their purpose and mission. They're literally running away from it. Now, guys are not facing their inner demons. They're not holding themselves accountable to fight their nafs and desires. That's what Prophet Muhammad said as well. There's a hadith, authentic hadith, which mentions this. The strong one isn't the one who's a wrestler, the strongest wrestler, and the guy who can like bench press the most, and the guy who's like the strongest physically. It's the man who fights his own desires and nafs. That's the strongest man. So that's debunking a lot of the supposed masculinity. As I said, guys, what they do is they twist this. They think that, oh yeah, physical strength doesn't matter. As I said, physical strength is important. And so is internal strength. Both of them. Yeah, but guys think, oh, if they focus on physical strength and then the internal strength, they can just leave that. And they don't need to focus on that. And then they let their desires and temptations control them. And then they think that, oh yeah, that's okay. It's not. You know, because that doesn't benefit you in the next life. So I hope that makes sense, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.